Hello. My name is Deo Mwano, originally from Central Africa, Democratic Republic of Congo, previously known as Zaire. And it's perfect because this event is about the unexpected. And I can seriously tell you guys, my life's been full of unexpected events. It starts with, in 1997, the civil war that occurred in Zaire. And the person that was ruling in time was President Mobutu. He was taken out of power by Kabila. And during that time, my father was working for Mobutu, who ruled for 32 years. And after Kabila came into power, Kabila said, I'm willing to work with any ex-government official so we can rebuild the country. And my father was the first person to say, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to rebuild Congo during this time. And Congo is located in the heart of Africa. It's the second largest country in Africa right now, probably the size of Western Europe. So that's how big it is. And it's just full of natural resources. Anything from coltan to oil, diamond, cobalt, anything from that comes from Congo. So when Kabila came into power, my father started working for Kabila. And right after, another civil war started. During this civil war, where neighboring country that helped Kabila get into power, Kabila didn't grant him the promises that he made. So another war started right after that. So my father was appointed in Eastern Congo to oversee some of the troops that were fighting against the war. So it went from 1 month to 2 months to 3 months. And the next thing we knew is we weren't able to hear from my father. And people that we were friends with, they stopped affiliating with us. My dad's side of family, they stopped talking to us. And we're like, what's going on? And my mom tried to get information to figure out what's going on, but nobody was willing to let her know what was going on. And come to find out, my father was actually assassinated by Kabila's government, because what they were doing was they were assassinating ex-government official one at a time because they had him under their sight. And from that moment on, everything changed. Our house was taken away. Our money was taken away. A lot of people think of Africa as, like the jungle, but there's actually our cities and stuff. There's people actually that live in cities. There's colleges in Africa also. So everything we had was taken away. My mother at this time was only 25 years old with 4 children. She's originally from Burundi. She had no family or no relative in the Congo. My dad's side of family, they didn't want anything to do with us. People that we helped out, they didn't want to do anything with us. So during this time, Congo was pretty chaotic because, the war just happened. People are killing one another. And I lived for 3 months straight. The only thing that I heard was gunshot. You know how when you guys hear 4th of July here, bah, 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 fireworks, but that was actually people getting killed. When you go outside, what you smell was the smell of dead people. People would put tires over people's body and they'd be burned alive. And that's the life that I lived. In 1997, my mom started writing letters, trying to figure out how she's going to get her children out of the Congo. And it went from one place to another. The Red Cross and the UN were willing to help my family out. We fled the Congo in 1997. We left the Congo and we moved to a refugee camp in Benin. Then from Benin, we moved in the state in 2000. Just that alone is a miracle within itself. Then we came in the US, no family, nobody. We didn't know anybody, but except the only thing that we had was freedom. Freedom and opportunity. Freedom of education. Freedom to walk down the street and not be scared that your life was going to be taken away. And we cherished that. And my mother said, I brought you guys here. I have nothing. But the only thing we have is opportunity and freedom, focus in school. And the number one thing, as a young boy, when we moved to the state, I was only 10 years old. But my brain was so advanced because of stuff that I witnessed at a very young age. So school became the number one thing. I started going to school. I knew for sure in order for me to be successful here, I had to finish middle school, finish high school, and eventually go to college. And I worked very, very, very hard to be able to accomplish that. And after I graduated from high school, I went to college. I ended up graduating from college at 20 years old with a double major in history and political science. But I don't care about my achievement. What I care about the most was the experiences that my family went through. We knew for sure we weren't going to take it for granted. We were going to take that and help other people and motivate people around us. Even here in the U.S., I had opportunity to travel to different places, some of the worst neighborhood in the U.S., from West Side Chicago, East Side Chicago, Philadelphia, all the different places. And people are telling me, hey, you don't know where we live? I'm like, I came from the heart of Africa where gunshots were going off every second, where the smell of dead people is what you smelled. And you're telling me you live in West Side Chicago, West Side Philadelphia, and you have free water, free education, you have electricity nonstop, and you want to tell me about suffering and misery? So I started using my life story to impact people. And through the art of dance and music and culture, I was able to do that. So today I'm going to share a little dance piece of what I do. And this is Shaquille Worsley and Deo Mwano, and they're going to interpret some of the emotion that I felt during some of the obstacles that my family and I faced. Thank you.